Hey everybody, what's going on? Snooey Minotaur here, and welcome back to another video on the channel. So in this video, I actually wanted to sit down with you all and actually talk about Fortnite Chapter 3 and the XP problem that we are having with the game. Now, mostly I'm talking about Battle Royale here, but I will mention the big obvious red flag in the room, and that's creative. I will mention that in this video, so sit back and relax because I am here to talk about my problems with Chapter 3 Season 1 and its XP situation. So, if you guys do not know, XP in Chapter 2 Season 8, which I'm going to mention right now because this season is very similar to that season. Let me just... It's very similar, okay? Basically, at the very beginning of Chapter 2 Season 8, XP was horrific. It was really bad. It was at the point where a entire daily punch card would not even give you a level up. XP was so low, and they buffed it all to hell, and they made it way too good, and gave us so much XP to the point where it almost got to level 300 in Chapter 2 Season 8. And it was crazy. Like, people legit got to level 1000, which was even more crazy, but in my opinion, that didn't solve the issue with my problem with XP last season, and that was the challenge system. It was terrible, and I mean, it was so buggy, it was so not good, and it didn't work properly as much, and it was such a disaster, and I'd honestly say it was the worst challenge system we have ever seen in Fortnite, and just because you buff XP doesn't solve the main issue, you know? It's just kind of a thing in general, just in life and just video games in general. Just because you fix stuff doesn't automatically mean it's a good change. You know what I mean? There are some changes that can happen which are good and some changes that happen which are bad. And Chapter 3 Season 1 has definitely made that stance, in my opinion. If you guys want to know, currently right now, it's been just a little over a week of the season, and I'm already almost level 50 within the Battle Pass without buying any tiers, and yeah, just playing the game, and I've been really grinding out this season. I really have been, and people are going to say, why do you think XP is bad when you're almost level 50 within the Battle Pass? Well, I'm about to explain it right here, and that is Battle Royale. Battle Royale XP is terrible this season. I mean terrible. Like, as long as you don't play the game for like 10 hours a day or something like that, it's not good XP, and I'm here to tell you why. Once you get past like a few levels and stuff like that, if you don't buy out the full battle pass, the max amount of XP that you get for going up a level is 75,000 XP to complete one level. Because they've actually have done changes so that they made it easier to get to tier 100 or just level 100. And they've actually made it more difficult for you to get to level 200, which, oh my goodness, I don't know why they made it that difficult, but I don't know how much XP it is. But I've heard it's a lot, and it's not a good thing. Especially with how poor XP is at the current moment, because a daily set of punch cards, I'm just going to say that, because it basically daily quests, it gives you a total of 45,000 XP, which isn't even a level up. We are back to where we were in Chapter 2 Season 8. And don't even get me started on seasonal quests, because those, I don't know if it was fixed or not because I got done all my seasonal quests anyways, they were currently bugged at the very beginning. I don't know if it still works or not, but it's the ones where you have the stages, and if you land at a certain area and keep leaving the game over and over again, it will keep counting the XP without even doing the challenge, which is pretty crazy on how bugged this system is. But I will say that this quest system in general, this challenge system that we have right now, is a lot better than last season because you can actually track stuff, you can actually stack more with a whole bunch of other players, which is great, and they're very easy to do, which is pretty cool, and I'm actually very happy about that. But oh boy, but it doesn't automatically mean that the XP system in Chapter 3 is good. Because again, I'm in the middle of it because I do think it's good, but there are mostly really bad problems, and I have to mention it here, creative. If you guys do not know, creative, I would say, has been getting a lot of controversy this season, mostly due to the fact that there are a lot of XP farming maps, I would call them. They're not exploits, and no, you won't get banned for it. You won't, okay? I have to admit, I have done it a few times, but not, like, for all my levels. I've done it for, like, 2 levels, just to see if it actually worked. And I can confirm it does, and there are still maps being found to this very day. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically a accolade that gives you XP, which they have decided to add into creative actually a few weeks ago at I believe it was the last update of Chapter 2 in 18.40 is when they introduced this. And now the creative is being abused for this system because so many people are taking advantage of this and helping a lot of people get to tier 100 very quickly within the season. Or in this case, level 200, if you really want to point that out, because some of the maps give you a lot of XP very quickly. As I'm not going to show it in this gameplay, but I'm just going to say this. Epic, can you guys at least look into this situation? I know people are going to get mad about me saying that, but it is a really big problem in my opinion that creative is being this much abused. But I had to mention it. I really had to mention this here because you are getting more XP for not doing anything than actually playing the actual game, which is crazy. It is actually crazy to think that you get more XP by doing almost nothing than by actually playing the Battle Royale experience, which is really sad because Chapter 3 is really good and has a lot of potential to be like one of the best seasons and just one of the best chapters. This could honestly beat Chapter 1. It really does have that potential. I'm being honest with you. I know this is the honeymoon phase, but still, I would honestly think that Epic should look into XP again because it needs a serious buff. I'm talking about daily quests. I'm talking about them changing up that XP accolades so that people don't farm for XP in creative. Like, there needs to be some form of changes. Like, I know they did nerf the accolade by having a cap on how much XP you can get, which is a good change, but it doesn't really change that situation and that whole entire controversy with creative. It really doesn't change that fact. But all I'm asking for here is buff daily and weekly quests. Please do it because I don't think a lot of people are going to reach level 200 even, like, I really don't think it's going to happen. And that's really sad. It's really sad. I think it's, I don't know. I think they should really consider buffing it because, like, I think Save the World's totally fine because, yeah, you can get Save the World. You can actually get XP now in Save the World, which I actually have. As someone who does play Save the World solely for getting V-Bucks from because I am a Founders person, I do own the Founders Pack, I can safely say that it is pretty good XP. But let me all know your thoughts on what I talked about today. What do you guys think of the current state of XP within Battle Royale? I'm mostly talking about Battle Royale here, not creative, okay? Even though I mentioned it, obviously, in this video, I talked about it. But I think, personally, XP needs to be buffed in Battle Royale, and they do need to seriously look into this situation in creative with these XP farming maps, is what I call them is XP farming, because that's basically what they are. But, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on notification bell so you don't miss any more videos, because we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. And also, don't forget to drop a like in the video if you enjoyed the video. So, this is my second to last video of the year. I'm here to announce this here because the last video will be on Christmas. And ladies and gentlemen, Spending Spree Part 7. I'm just going to say that right there. Thank you all for watching, and peace out, everyone.